Hey guys, this is Aaria. Today I'll be doing my nails. So this is the nail inspo that I have thought of doing, but let's see how it goes. But that's the secondary part. You know what the primary part is? That I'll be talking about my traumatic past relation. So the story goes back to 2020 when I was 15. I know who loves in 15? Like you have math problems to solve, history lessons to learn, and whatnot. But yeah, I did. And I would not recommend falling in love when you're 15. Because you will think that he's gonna be the man of your dreams, he's gonna marry you, he's gonna be with you, he's gonna have your babies. But baby girl, that's not what happens. So like the whole gap started when I was in the 10th standard, and there was this friend of mine who had a really big group, and being in the 10th standard I really did not have so many friends. So he was like, why don't you join me to watch a movie? And me being very bored in the house, I was like, yeah, why not? So I went to a movie with strangers, and you know what the movie was? The Bunk 3. I know, don't judge me. So this friend of mine came to pick me up from my house, and we directly went to the PVR. Now, when I entered, I saw a lot of people over there, and me having a little bit social anxiety, I could not really talk to people that soon. So we went and sat in the theaters. Now, you need to know that I do not like petite people. I don't like people who are shorter than me. But guess what? He was just as my height. I couldn't even wear heels, guys. I know, that's embarrassing. And this was my first outing with my friends, like watching a movie alone with friends. This was the first time I was doing that. So I wanted to get my pictures clicked. And there was this guy who had a pretty decent phone at that time. So this girl went to him and she got his phone. Now his phone was locked, so I was like, how are we gonna, click pictures in his phone if it's locked? So she was like, I know the password to his phone. I got a little curious and I was like, how do you know the password to his phone? And she goes like, yeah, he's my ex. To be honest, I did not care much. I was like, that's your personal problem, girl. Like, I need the phone, I need to get my pictures clicked. So I got some of my pictures clicked, I got pictures clicked with them. It was fun. Now we came back to the house, and after a few days, like 1 or 2 days, I remembered that, oh, I had some photos. So I asked this mutual friend of us to get me the photos, but he was too ignorant for that. So I was like, hey, let me text that guy that give me those photos. The dumbest decision I have ever made in my entire life. Yes, I agree. So I texted this guy 2 days later that, hello, I clicked some pictures in your phone and I really want to get them back. So would you like send me those? And this guy goes like, actually he replied pretty soon after I messaged him. Yeah, after some time he texted me that he did not find the photos in his phone, which was pretty weird for me because I was very sure that I had clicked the photos in his phone itself. And I was like, that could not happen. But then I also thought that maybe he had deleted the photos or he did not want to send them or like something like that, blah blah. So I did not care much. After some time, I see another message prop from his account itself. He was texting me how I was doing in life, how my studies were going, did I eat, did I sleep, blah blah. And I was actually pretty fine about it because I did not care. I was like, okay, fine, he is a mutual, I should talk to him. So I texted him back. I was like, yeah, I'm fine, I ate and stuff. After a few days, it had become a habit at this point that he used to text me, he used to call me, we had a very good conversation together. And now starts the problem. And here comes the traumatic day. 8th of June 2020. We were talking to each other about how our lives were, and I was like, oh, you know what, the weather is so nice. He was like, yeah, the weather is so nice. During this weather, you need a companion and stuff. I was taken aback when he said that. But then we were having a pretty good conversation before that for 6 months. So I was like, you know what? We can try. We can try. But how much as I knew him, I knew that he was not a good boyfriend. Like, he had told me about his ex, his situationships, his friends with benefits, everything. So I thought that he would not be a very great boyfriend, which I was true about. Me being me, I love changing people. So I went on a mission to change him. But I had changed after that. For a week, life was so good. Aaria was thinking that she has met the love of her life, she's gonna marry him, she's gonna have his baby, she's gonna be the happiest person alive. Yeah, just for a week. Because after that, what happened is gonna traumatize Aaria in every way possible. So I get a text message from this girl on Instagram, a random girl, and she goes like, hey, do you know this guy, like my guy? So I was like, yeah, of course I know him, he's my boyfriend. And she's like, baby girl, he's cheating on you because he said I love you to me too. And I was like, I don't think so that's possible, because like, he was genuinely very nice to me, he was talking to me very nicely, so I did not trust her at that moment. So I was like, do you have any proofs of what he sent you or something? And she was like, yeah, obviously I have proofs. And then she sent me their screenshots, which was traumatizing, which was irritating. But I still trusted him. I was like, maybe, she's trying to break us up. Maybe he has not done this. So being a little frustrated, I texted him that, you know what, you need to explain to me what the fuck is going on, or else I'm breaking up with you. So for the first few minutes, he kept denying of what had happened. He was like, oh, that's not mine, that's my Purana account. But I was like, clearly I can see your profile picture, I can see your name. So can you not be, can you not make a fool out of me and just tell me what the fuck is going on? So after a very, very long time, he confessed to me that, yeah, I have been cheating on you. And guys, you need to hear the reason. He was like, it's just been a week of us being together and I am not very sure if I want you or not. But now I am very sure because you have chosen me over her. And I was like, are you mad? I don't know what is wrong with you, but a lot of things. But me being 15, a little lover girl, I just forgave him and I was like, you know what? I give you a chance. But you never do this again. And the rest is history. Let it to be not once, not twice, not thrice. I don't even know how many times. Because if you think that this is really very bad, sorry. You have to hear the ending. Pretty fool of me to think that he's not gonna do it again. We're gonna live together forever. He's not gonna cheat on me again. He's gonna be the love of my life. But sweet little me did not know that this is gonna happen 1,000 more times. And this is how my nails have turned out, and I really love them. And if you think that this was the worst part of the story, no, please wait. I've had much more worse parts to come. So keep supporting, keep sharing your love, and I'll come up with more videos like this. See you in the next video. Bye.